It's the final game of the home and away season in the Isuzu UTE A-League men's, and Perth Glory take on Western United. So let's take a look at the lineups. The Glory bring in Trent Ostler and Jacob Muir to the starting 11. Giordano Colley drops to the bench. Chris Donnell is added to the substitutes. There is no Mustafa Amini or Jordan Elsey tonight. They finish the season with injuries. Ruben Zantkovic having that mix of youth and experience one more time. And there is Adam Taggart, hoping that he can continue his goal-scoring form. As you can see there, a very healthy career resume. And if he's going to stay on at the Glory, a full pre-season and the chance to head into the new campaign fully fit will have the Glory aspiring to the top 6 and beyond. Western United, they make 4 changes. In come Leo Lacroix, Alessandro Diamanti, Noah Bodic, and also to the bench we see Lockie Wales, Adesu Bayu and Nikolai Topor-Stanley. Out of the squad altogether, Alexander Prijovic. It's just the retirees. There are a few question marks over members of this Western United squad. The championship heroes of a season ago, how many of them will be fronting up next campaign? This might be farewell for more than just 2. What's here over the shed making a bit of noise? Perth Glory to kick off, attacking the left of your screens in this first half. Will it be more goal-filled fun? Of course, they drew 4-4 in a result with that late equaliser from Nestor Irankunda that really cost them the chance for tonight to mean that little bit more and still chase the top 6. Destiny was taken out of their hands earlier today, and so they kick off instead tonight, hoping that at least they can be best of the rest and claim 7th place on the table. Same incentive for Western United and Grace Gill. Maybe that incentive of an extra week's holiday will be enough to see these 2 teams play hard right to the end of the 90 tonight.
Oh, good evening and thank you, Teo. I think at this point in the season for both sides, there's a little bit of pride on the line. There's the want and the desire to finish the season on a high after what has been a difficult one for both teams, and we know how exciting Perth have been at home to watch, so really looking forward to this evening's encounter.
It's probably worth remembering that Perth actually played in and lost the qualifying game for the Australia Cup last season too. We'll come back to that in a moment because there's an early attacking foray on the go. Ostler swinging the ball into the penalty area and half volleyed away. They lost to Newcastle, and you look at the effect that playing in the Australia Cup had on MacArthur, the chance to go all the way and win it, to play meaningful, competitive pre-season games. Perth, by contrast, didn't get to participate. It was all friendlies for them, so if nothing else, you may not be at the club next season, but if you're coming back, you very much, I think, want to win and want to avoid one extra hurdle in the Australia Cup. As we see Perth through the penalty area with Clisby unable to get a touch.
I think that's exactly right. I think competitive matches, minutes, really important for players.
This is Garuccio. Now Connor Payne. Heard the shout from Pasquale. Now Diamanti, edge of the box. How he would love a farewell goal. Lacroix and Imai. Risdon. Diamanti, the step over. Too clever by half. Latchman read it like a book. But then he gives away possession. Bit off more than he could chew. Pasquale. And here's Garuccio to Connor Payne. Payne drops the shoulder. Squares it back. Lustica. Lustica just wide.
Payne's done really well there to pick out Lustica in the middle of the park. See, Perth were set up so defensively. Good numbers around. Bodies in the box. But
Risdon. Diamanti. The pass will find its way to Perez, and Clisby this time is able to get the better of him and slide the ball out for a throw. So almost 15 minutes ticked by, scoreless in this final game of the home and away campaign. Ladder positions can still change depending on the result in this one tonight. Here's Diamanti. Oh, fancied a long shot, and Taggart perhaps very cleverly scragged him, and Diamanti says, This is my retirement game. Why wouldn't you let me shoot from distance? But Taggart, I think, that's a shrewd foul, albeit giving away a free kick in a dangerous position.
It is, and a little wry smile afterwards from Diamanti. He would have known the moment he went down that he would be the one standing over this ball.
Well, Seb Pasquale is perhaps only there for display because Alessandro Diamanti wants to sign off with one more signature moment. Will it be this free kick? 4 in the wall. Cameron Cook shouting at Ryan Williams. So here we go. Diamanti goes for the bender, and Cameron Cook reaches up to the ball. It didn't quite have the position to trouble him as he makes a very good save.
Well, he hit that well. Diamanti, a little stutter step. But it's a clean strike, and Cameron Cook had to be alert to the danger.
Here's Burke Gilroy for Perth. Perth have really gone dormant in the game, not creating anything at the moment. It's all Western United at present. Diamanti wheeling and dealing. Parias, a good industrious run. Parias runs wide on the tight angle. It sits up, and there's no one there to tap it in. Both the attackers had run into the net, but the ball didn't go in the net. And Perth are living dangerously now. Lacroix, Garuccio. Western will feel like they need to capitalise on their dominance now. Botic lays it back. Diamanti blocked off the boot by Bodnar, and it goes out for a throw.
Western United are certainly testing. This ball over the top. Parias looking lively in this opening passage. And a teasing ball across the face.
Here's Diamanti now. Has he got one more piece of magic to conjure on an A-League pitch? And a foul, and this is, you'd say, right on the limits of shooting range here. Ostler giving away the free kick. Cameron Cook, I think he knows what's coming too. The pack of players will look to follow in if there's a deflection or a rebound. Diamanti does shoot, does curl it, and wins a corner. Beavers not taking any risks.
It's a nice delivery too. And we've got a couple of tall timbers in, running into the box, and the likes of those big backmen for Western United. Why wouldn't you?
Of course, we expect that this will be Cameron Cook's last game as Perth's #1 before Ollie Sale comes and joins the Glory in the off-season. How he would love to finish with a clean sheet. Just to go out on a high. It'll be tested here. Diamanti's corner. Lacroix made a run, and then it actually landed at shin level. Risdon got the contact. Back out to the taker. Diamanti. A bit of flash, a bit of razzle from Diamanti. And the cross is going to be retrieved by Lustica. Garuccio pokes it through to Connor Payne. The cut back, and it's in for the opener. Ben Garuccio puts it through the keeper, and Western United lead in WA. And their control of the game is rewarded, and Ben Garuccio is the man that gets the breakthrough.
Well, that is a really well constructed goal. The Harvey Norman replay. It's Connor Payne with an excellent run into space, and the first time cut back, a little pump of the fist, and that's a tidy finish from Western United, and one that felt like it had been building for some time.
First goal since February of 2022 for Ben Garuccio. First goal since the night he scored that incredible scorpion kick. So he's been waiting a bit over a year, Grace Gill, to score his 5th career A-League men's goal, and of course his first of this campaign. Young with a probing pass through the central channel. It's going to come back with interest though. Jelicic to Taggart. This is better from Perth, and the lob nearly for Williams. He needed that to duck inside the far post. Adjustment across the face.
Well, I sense a moment of panic. A sense of panic in Jamie Young as he tried to adjust his feet and backpedal to recover that.
As we see Western United prevail in another midfield scrap and breaking into space here. It's a great run. Parias denied. Garuccio for a double. Oh, it's been cleared off the line by Clisby. And Ben Garuccio, the last time he scored in the A-League, it was a double on the same night, and perhaps he should have one here.
Well, just the slightest shades, I wondered, of offside, and Garuccio picked up the second ball, and what a stop. Positioning had to be right. Western United, they're just continuing to push and probe here.
Jack Lisby is the reason that Perth Glory are not 2-0 down now. And yet they still have more defending to do. Diamante high to the back post. Lacroix rose. But he wasn't able to make meaningful goal-bound contact, and it slides out for a goal kick. What do you think the halftime talk is from Ruben Zatkovic here? Because we've already spoken about how he hasn't been his usual self tonight. He's got a number of promising young players on the bench, including Adam Zimmerino, who has broken his A-League duck and got a goal. But do you think he'll ring the changes and look at some new faces, given... Well, scrap all that. Here's Keegan Jelicic, and he brings Perth level on the back of a horrendous mistake. Jelicic won't care. He's got another goal, and Perth Glory, out of absolutely nothing, have equalised in the last minute of the first half. And Leo Lacroix, we said he hadn't had the greatest season. Well, he's perhaps going out the way he's played for much of the campaign.
Well, Keegan Jelicic, he continues his excellent run this campaign with Perth Glory. A young player with such quality. And right on the brink of half-time and on the Harvey Norman replay, Leo Lacroix has gifted Keegan Jelicic a goal. And Jelicic says, thank you very much, and passes that neatly into the back of the net.
Just goes to show, you never just run around out there, do you, Grace? You've got to stay switched on, both in Lacroix's case and Jelicic's case, receiving that gift. So stoppage time has expired at the end of the first 45, and that will do the game level. And the late equaliser in that first half, Keegan Jelicic's second A-League goal, has cancelled out the opener from that man, Ben Garuccio. And it means that at half-time in this A-League men's game, the final game of the home and away season, it is Perth Glory 1, Western United 1. And as I welcome Grace Gill back to the action.
And really important now for Western United to not only continue that dominance and assertiveness that they showed in the first half, but actually make the most of those chances.
So back underway. Anthony Burke-Gilroy playing the pass into the shins of Western's goal scorer, Garuccio. Western United have subbed their goalkeeper at halftime. Ryan Scott, who has not made an appearance this season, is on. We've seen him deputise in the A-League men's before, but he hadn't needed to be called upon this campaign. And that does have a bit of end of the home and away season. Neither team could make finals feel to it, and there he is. Ryan Scott now to claim the cross and have his first involvement in the match. So Jamie Young's season ends 45 minutes early. As the ball bends out to the right side. Clisby playing the pass to Perth's sub Zimmerino. He came on for Trent Osler. See the confirmation of that there. Grace, what do you make of Western United subbing goalkeepers at halftime?
Yeah, always an interesting one, that. If there's no injury being discussed, then perhaps, as you mentioned, just an opportunity for Ryan Scott to get a few minutes under his belt. And for any player, any goalkeeper, there'd be a bit of frustration there. Jamie Young certainly would want to see out the half and see out the full game.
Now Jelicic, the Perth goal scorer, hurdles through the challenge, and Perth can counter here. Jelicic shows a clean pair of heels to the midfield. Now Taggart as the crowd rise on the back of Adam Taggart, and he drags the pass across. Anthony Burke-Gilroy hits the post. Zimmerino with the follow-up. Glory lead! And the flag's up. They don't lead. Oh, it's agony for Adam Zimmerino. He thought he had two in two, and instead it's offside.
Well, it doesn't take Zimmerino long to make an impact. It was last week against Adelaide. Late in the game, he was substituted on and with a clutch goal. And again tonight, instant impact from the substitute. And what a clean strike it was from Burke-Gilroy. Hardly any backlift, and that had some serious venom behind the finish. Denied only by the woodwork. I'm curious as to see what's been deliberated here.
All right, here's the verdict. offside is the decision. So I suspect Zimmerino may have been offside on the initial shot from Perth Gilroy, and thus Perth do not take a 2-1 lead.
Well, it's a let-off for Western United. A bit more of a lively moment from Perth, and we see how quickly they can turn things around.
Zimmerino, and this time he hooks the shot and puts it out for a goal kick.
Well, exciting for Zimmerino to get a full 45 minutes under his belt. As I was just mentioning there, how dangerous he can be in such little pockets of time. 2 goals across the season in just shy of 400 minutes. Makes a great impact.
Bodic, legged by Beavers, and now the centre-back's out of position as Western United break forward. Risdon, Parias, the pass is going to find its way out to him on the right, and Western United take the lead. Noah Bodic with the easiest of tap-ins. And after Perth Glory were denied by the offside flag at one end, it's Western United that take a 2-1 lead at the other.
Well, how about that for a transition there from Western United? From one end of the field to the other, and what a response as well. On the Harvey Norman replay, numbers streaming forward, white shirts, that round the corner pass the first time from Connor Payne was delightful. And again, he's been integral in Western United going forward tonight. And Noah Bodic, the man on the spot, he becomes Western United's leading goal scorer for the season. That's his 6th, as that ripples into the back of the net, and a great finish.
And Diamante dispossessed, but it's going to bounce onto Bodic, and he keeps it moving. Parias. Great little step. He got around Clisby, and then Mark Beavers has gone in and fouled him hard. Daniel Elder has got the yellow card out of the pocket. It'll be the first booking of the night.
Yeah, and that's always going to be a yellow card, that. Dylan Parias, we've seen tonight, is so fleet of foot. And Beavers couldn't quite match the pace that he was moving with. Just a clumsy leg stuck out.
Free kick. It's not going to be a shot, it's going to be a scoop. He was hoping for Bodic, cleared away by Clisby. And now Jelicic rolls it out to the left. Over the halfway line, the clearance goes. Aerial duel. And an awkwardly underhit pass there. Connor Payne had to lunge in just to keep the ball in his team's possession. Here's Lustica. Stevie Lustica. Well, he's not giving up on the ball here. Caught Perth Gilroy on his way through. Now Latchman has to be careful. Pass is a really risky one. Set Bodnar quite a task. And Taggart's able to win a throw. Perth getting themselves out of jail.
There's good intensity there by Lustica to try and win the ball back.
Bodnar. Cleared from the centre of defence. Beavers has to be careful now that he's on a booking, and Perez. Oh, Beavers has scragged him here. Inexplicably. It's a second yellow, and he's off. Almost like he wanted to get sent off. That's extraordinary.
Well, he's absolutely lost his head there, Beavers. Picked up that first yellow card just a few moments earlier. And knowing he was holding on to that, could not make any amount of contact here with Parias. That's just mindless stuff there, completely mindless.
It's Western United, and it's goodbye and thank you to Alessandro Diamante. He doesn't look thrilled that his number's up here, to be honest. I don't think he wants it to end, but a Johnny Warren medalist, a sensational contributor both on the pitch and particularly off it for the A-League men's and for Western United. A storied career. And understandably, he is getting acknowledgement from all of his teammates and the Perth fans as well, Leo Lacroix in particular. Grace, it's goodbye to a legend.
What an emotional moment for Alessandro Diamante, and really special from both his teammates and the Perth Glory fans as well. A well-deserved standing ovation. Shame to see Keegan Jelicic's night finish up, but understandably so if he did pick up a little knock.
Still a very bright future, Keegan Jelicic. Here's Troisi, Garuccio. He said the goals come in pairs, and he's denied here by Cameron Cook. And incredibly, he has been one of their main attacking outlets tonight. He's got one, and he knows he should have two.
Things opened up there for Western United. The defence absolutely dissolved in front of them. Garuccio, a wonderful run.
Now he's trying to turn provider. Ball cleared by Douse. Only to the edge of the box, though. Risdon. Still Risdon. And the Bronx cheers tell the story.
Not too far off there from Josh Risdon.
Williams to Douse. Neat first touch. Colley. First involvement off the bench. It's a really nice pass through the left channel for Taggart. He doubles back. Douse. Still Douse! Great save by Ryan Scott. Douse went for power over placement, and Scott was equal to it.
Great opportunity for Perth. And wasn't that a powerful strike? Douse got behind that one. Well positioned by Scott.
To the edge of the box. Payne. Troisi. Blocked away. Latchman on the scene. Corner kick.
There it is again, Troisi. He found himself in a really good position, and Latchman had a bit of work to do to get across and cover that challenge. It does feel like, again, it is building for Western United.
Kilkenny. Cleverly worked. Garuccio, he is determined to add to his tally, and he forces a save from Cameron Cook.
That was a nice set piece from Western United. A training park move.
Kilkenny. Uncontested header for Taggart. Garuccio back to Wales. Kilkenny loops it into the path of Garuccio. Troisi. Tough pass to go and retrieve there, and proving a little too difficult for Ben Garuccio. The foul itself. Curly questions all the way to the end of the home and away season. And Adam Zimmerino doesn't want the scoring to be done. He's bowled over by Imai, and the referee waves it away. And on a night where the Perth Glory fans feel as though they've got the short end of the stick, they will not be going to the penalty spot. And we tick into the last minute of the 90.
If there wasn't frustration before from Perth Glory, there will be now. Zimmerino, for all money, was away.
Western scored straight after the disallowed offside goal, and Troisi's denied, as is Payne. And they nearly went end-to-end again after a contentious moment in Glory's attacking goal. This time it would have been offside. Here's another look at the Troisi chance.
Counter-attacking play from Western United tonight.
And that's not even time enough. Boos ring around HBF Park. It's not the end of the season that Perth Glory were hoping for. And Western United's championship defence only ended earlier today, and they came out to play this one without any hope at the top six. But they do finish as winners, and they go into an off-season of great intrigue on the pitch and off. How will their playing roster look? How will the future look for Western United? They go out as winners tonight because it finished Perth Glory 1, Western United 2.